Well, gosh, friends, hi. Doc South here. Here it is, the 8th of September, and an auspicious day in my family's history. Today marks the anniversary for my brother Ed and his wife Helen. They've been married like forever now. I think I know we're under 40 years married to somewhere above 35. It's somewhere in that neck of the woods. It's so long ago, I don't think anyone can remember. It, they're the true power couple. They've been two lovebirds for many years. Oh, sometimes getting into, well, not a fist fight, but they get into some, now and then they'll argue just a little, but then there's always the making up, they're really a good couple. They're made for each other. I've never seen busier people. They're busy at their marriage, busy at their work, busy with their home, their family. They're really good people, and it's my honor to have known them as a couple. They're really super. And it's funny, but I was the best man for Ed's wedding back in the day. I had come up from North Carolina. I was down there living, I remember fumbling through the toast at the reception. The funny thing is at the reception, it was a restaurant I used to work in. Yeah, for extra money, I worked as their dishwasher. Eventually, got promoted to pantry man, and that kind of thing. And I remember I walked into the kitchen all dressed up. I'm not sure I was wearing a tuxedo or not. I was pretty well dressed. They didn't recognize me. No, they said, "Oh, who are you?" Oh my God! Hey, get busy on the dishes. Come on, what are you doing? No, well, actually, yeah, that's how they were. Good group though, and a nice restaurant. We had a good meal, and but it was, it was kind of cool. All the stuff that goes with a wedding. Oh yeah, we all got blitzed. I drank back then. It was going to be about another 8 years before I decided to take the pledge. But we had a ball. I had a girl from up this neck of the woods went with me, a longtime friend, Joanne. She was my date for the day, and gee, that was kind of fun. Very nice girl, and she was all dolled up, looking pretty. I remember at the reception after the restaurant, we all went back to my parents' house, Ed and our parents' house, to just to talk some more and holler and yell, and the and I re- and I was yakking with Joanne, and she was talking with other people, and we're all over the place, and gee, I saw one of Ed's friends who, like me, was with the rescue squad. And gee, he had the cutest date that went with him. His girlfriend, oddly enough, I found out her name was Sandy. Yeah. And it's funny, that's the first time I met Sandy, as near as I know. I may have run into her. Sandy lived in my old hometown of Chester, but she was a little kid. Even at that, I think at my brother's wedding, I think she couldn't have been much more than about 22. She was in her low 20s, so she was still pretty much a kid. But gee, we got to talking, and I remember thinking, gosh, what a nice girl. Yeah. And it's funny, we were just having a ball, yakking and hollering, and like everyone was. And I remember, I'm not sure, it's a little bit cloudy for me. I'm not sure if I got her address, or if I think what happened, I don't believe I did. But when I got back home, I figured, well, when I got back down to North Carolina, I sat in my room one night and I just wrote her a letter. And I wrote, Sandy, and then I said, gee, I don't know her address. So I called Ed. I said, Ed, do you know her, that girl, Sandy? It was with that fella, and he says, yeah, I know her, but he said, oh, gosh, I don't know her address. Let me look into it for you. I'll get back to you. And, well, he never did. So I had this letter all sealed, and I threw it in my trunk in my out that was under the bed in my bungalow in Wilson, North Carolina, and never really thought much of it. Anyway, you fast forward about what 10, 15 years later, and all of a sudden I had a little antique shop in Chester. I had moved back, was running that. Who comes strutting in? But that cute little skinny blonde. Yeah. And Sandy. And we started the conversation up once again. And one thing led to another. And we started dating and stuff, got closer and closer. And then one day I realized, gee, I know what it was. I was going through for some old receipts or something in my trunk. And there's that letter. Yeah. I said, my God, there it is. Look at that. And so Sandy came over a day or two later. I said, here, this is a little late. I wrote this when I was down in the Carolinas to you. Sandy said, well, I'll be doggone, you saved it? I said, well, I never knew when I might run into you. And no one knew your address, so I didn't mail it. She says, well, let me read this. And she says, oh, this is a nice letter. And it was just stuff. But it was, it was kind of cool. So in a way, at Eddie's, at Ed and Helen's reception at their wedding, I met the girl eventually I would marry, my second wife. Yeah, good old Sandy, huh? Yeah. And gosh, we've been together, long time now. Gosh, I think, well, I can't do the math and talk at the same time, but gosh, we're in we're heading for the mid-20s. Yeah, doggone. Ain't that something? Gosh. If we ever get to the amount of time Eddie and Helen were married, and I'm still alive, they're probably going to have to, there's probably going to have to be an orderly or something. Say, Mr. South, please, chew your food. Don't swallow it. Chew it, please. Last time you choked the last time. Please, chew your food. Yeah, we'll give you your teeth later. Just gum the cake. I'll be eating a Jello cake or something. I don't know. We get to, oh my heavens. I think I'd be darn near 90. maybe older than that. Oh my gosh. And Sandy will still be just a kid. Yeah, she's so young. God. Well. In any case, so yeah, it was neat. It's funny how these things turn out, ain't it? Just a simple thing like being the best man at a wedding eventually. Yeah. And thereat met the girl of my dreams. Cool. I know, I thought that was pretty neat. I don't know, I'll share that with you gladly. And friends, I've got to get busy. This is Saturday, the 8th of September, and I believe, in not too long, I got to head up to the new Wanderers Cruise Night, which will be held at Jumboland this evening. This Saturday, we'll be doing the first one there. Okay? We'll see you later. Thank you, and, God bless. And Ed and Helen, good going.